Warning! There may be some unsettling themes to this character and the story behind them. If you do not enjoy this, I suggest you watch something else. All viewers have been warned and advised. Also, I would like to give where credit is due. The credit due is given to these three guys who have been helping me out with some moves that I have been stuck on. Anyways, now we got that out of the way, and if you guys are watching, thank you. I'll say it again. Anyways, allow me to do something very scary. I'm going to explain the FNAF lore. I'm kidding. Don't close out the tab yet. I'm kidding. But I am at least going to give you the headlines on who this bear looking thing is and a little bit of the story behind him. Anyways, this character is from the series that took the world by storm, Freddy Fazbear from the iconic Five Nights at Freddy's series. For those of you who are not too familiar with this friendly looking bear, Freddy Fazbear is an animatronic mascot for a pizzeria that was once known as Fazbear's Pizzeria. That is something different. The magical place where kids and grown-ups alike, where things come to life. Anyways, his life that day was pretty simple. Sing the same songs over and over again until it closes. But when it closes, they roam around the pizzeria for a little bit because they have a setting that allows them to do so. And can you blame them? I don't see a problem for just taking a small little walk. Do you? Maybe if they were trying to chase after underpaid security guards and stuff them into their suits. Now, there are a little bit more of a story to this, but yeah, I'm not going to go too deep on that since I said I won't explain too much of it and I want to keep my word. Yep. And also, we probably would have been here for hours. Anyways, let's get into the moveset, shall we? Things we need to know. Now, by the fact that Freddy is an animatronic filled with decaying children, I would think he would be super heavy. Along with that, he will have two jumps and no additional move options. Okay, so allow me to point out one primary thing I'm going to include for this moveset. Yes, he is a horror character, and he should play just such as like that. That sounded weird. He should play just like that, being scary to his opponents. But there's one thing that I really want to include: that he is an animatronic, a scary one, but he is still one. So because of that, I want to make sure that he plays as the original Freddy, and I also wanted to play and make him seem like animatronic like. However, there could be some possible references from other Freddys, but only if Freddy could possibly do the same, because those Freddys are animatronics. Some of them, at least. Anyways, Freddy could start out by using his arm and perform a low hook swing. Then, using the same arm, swinging it back up, and then the final hit could have him wind up his arm back and then punches directly forwards. Also, he could have a rapid jab by having him rapidly bite, which is based on his original jump scare. Freddy's dash attack could have him lean back, getting ready to bring back the bite of 87, and then he actually does it. The move indeed is pretty powerful, but it does have a little bit of end lag. Freddy's side tilt could have him chop up forwards. And if you actually use this right next to the foe, it can actually bring them upwards, launching them only a tiny bit. Now, for Freddy's up tilt, we have him try to clap any foe above him. Pretty simple. And for his down tilt, we can have him perform a mic swing. Also, his crouch is pretty familiar. As you can see, it is a reference to Yellow Bear, or who is now known as Golden Freddy. Now, for Freddy's side smash, we can have him lean back once charging his side smash, but then letting go, he would bite three times directly forwards. The first two bites actually rack up damage, but the last bite is actually the bite that launches the foe. But altogether, it still gives off an average 25% of damage. Now for Freddy's, oh yeah, I almost forgot to say, this is a reference to Toy Freddy from the FNAF 2, where he would bite three times. Now for Freddy's up smash, he can, well, actually do something. He can actually have a complete reference to another one of his jump scares. And the reason why I wanted to do that because I noticed he would actually duck up before biting. And the move would just be like that. He would start out by going into the fetal position, sort of, but then once letting go of the trigger, he would bite all over the place, like its original jump scare. Now, if the opponent is too close to this move, it would actually grab the foe into this move or on top of this move, and then it would actually launch the foe away like any other smash. Kind of working like Steve's up smash, I guess. Now, for Freddy's down smash, you can perform a hard hitting helicopter spin. A good yet not too speedy 3 times. After all, I don't think Freddy has been oiled in years. Now, as this is one of the most powerful smashes that he has, it's also one of his smashes with the most amount of end lag. So be aware of this. Now for his neutral air, oh yeah, for his neutral air, we have him short circuit for a sec. This is kind of a quick move that deals little bits of damage all around him. This is kind of reference that makes him, and it kind of seems like he's malfunctioning in his main screen. It's probably not what's going on, but I would think that a suit full of electric wires and dead bodies was short circuit at times. Don't you? Anyways, for Freddy's side air, Gavin bite forwards. Pretty simple. His back air, we have him swing back. His up air, we have him swing his arms 2 times in a 360 angle, working like another robot, as we all know. However, the main difference is that Rob's up air hits 5 times and Freddy only hits twice. However, they both deal the same amount of damage. And Freddy's down air, we can have him shut off, turning himself into dead weight, and perform a body slam that hits hard when landing. However, he will only turn back on when hitting stage. So if you're using this move off stage, then you better hope you have an extra stock, if you know what I mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Freddy would grab with one hand and pummel by nippling the foe's head, or whatever substance they have. Anyways, now for the side throw, we have him throw the foe forwards. His back throw, we have him spin back and then launch the foe backwards. His up throw, we have him do a swing foe and throw the foe upwards. In his down throw, we have him turn off and then falls directly right onto the foe. Now, and I'm pretty sure that this move will not feel good for the foe because he's probably like 5 tons. No, I'm just kidding. He's not that heavy. But along with that, it can also bury the foe. And that's just to start out something chaotic. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, yeah. Now, for Freddy's neutral special, you do what Freddy's do best. And I mean it. Like, all the Freddy's love doing this. He could scream! That was not screaming. Let me do that again. Scream! That wasn't good either. I'll just stop screaming now. I don't think I'm even screaming. Anyways, he can scream at the foe, breaking their eardrums, but also doing this can paralyze them for about 1.5 seconds before they launch. You can also avoid this move by screaming, but it will not screaming. He can avoid this. The opponents can avoid this move by shielding. That was a tongue twister for some reason. It probably shouldn't, but it was. Shut up. Anyways, for Freddy's side special, he can link directly forwards. Now, now if he gets an opportunity to catch a foe, he would scream at them and launch them away. This move is also a pretty nice forward recovery and is also based on FNAF special delivery. Now, for Freddy's up special, we can have a static shape surround him and then he teleports. This is kind of based on how some animatronics are able to teleport to cam in a split second. That's probably it's what happens, but how else can you explain it? They're super fast? I doubt it. Anyways, I still think this move is pretty cool. I'm keeping it. Shut up if you don't like it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And now for his death special, I would like to call this move Dead Weight. Now, as you can see, Freddy has turned himself off for a good 2 seconds. But while doing this, he has very high super armor. He can still take damage, but no knockback. Also, he will be a bit vulnerable after this move because he would turn himself back on, and as that lasts, a good 1.5 seconds before being able to use his move again. Now we got all the specials done, let's get into the super scary stuff. Freddy's final smash will start by having him bite forwards. Then it will take the foe into a cinematic cutscene where and the foe's point of view, appears in the security room. Then you see Freddy in the darkness, and then he would end his move by jump scaring the foe. And if the foe is above 80% damage, then this is an automatic KO. Now, for the alts, the first one could be the normal original Freddy. The second one could be the Golden Freddy, also based, or it could be based on Fredbear. Yep, Fredbear. Forgot up. Anyways, the next alt can be based on Funtime Freddy. The fourth one could be based on Phantom Freddy, but it could also be based on Dreadbear. The fifth one could be based on Molten Freddy. The sixth one could be based on Frostbear. The seventh one is a reference to Lefty, or also a reference to Nightmare in FNAF 4. And the eighth one could be a direct reference to Shadow Freddy. Now, for Freddy's first aunt, we get him do his normal performance and sing, or kind of laugh actually, like this. Anyways, for Freddy's second taunt, we have him, turn himself off, but then his eyes kind of flicker directly at the screen a little. And his third taunt, we got him just, well, stare directly at the foe, kind of like that. Now, the longer you hold this taunt, the longer he would actually stare at the screen. This is a direct reference to something that's we've seen only in the FNAF 1 trailer. Now, for his first victory screen, we have nothing appear. But then afterwards, he would actually jump scare the foe. And that's that. After all, I guess if he scares the foe, he kind of wins. Maybe that logic doesn't make too much sense. I'm still doing this, so. Anyways, his second victory animation, we have him sing. Probably the same theme that he probably sung in FNAF VR. Yup, that's right, you heard me. He has performed once in FNAF VR. Oh well. Anyways, his last victory animation, we got something that he quote unquote said from FNAF Special Delivery. We got him say, that sure was fun. And then would stare directly at the screen. And that's it. That's what if Freddy Fazbear wasn't smashed. And yeah, honestly, Freddy would have been interesting in Smash. I mean, it would have been interesting to see any horror character, to be honest. On it, but I think Freddy would probably get in if he actually was on the Switch. He is not, so he probably would never get in at this point. But honestly, I don't think there would be any character scarier, except for all the other horror themed characters. I'm just digging a hole. I'm gonna keep going into it if I'm keep explaining how I feel. Anyways, that's it. That's what if Freddy was its match. I said that anyways. If you enjoyed this moveset, I suggest you subscribe. Or if you don't feel like subscribing, I would just suggest you hit the thumbs up anyways. And if you want to join our Discord server, chat with me in the community, you probably don't want to. That's fine. Then the Discord server is in the description and the About Us page, and if you want it, you can also comment it. Speaking of comments, if you have a moveset that you want to request, you can always say it down in the comments, or you can say it in the Discord server. Anyways, for the third time now, that is what if Freddy Fazbear was in Smash. See you next time, peeps.